Hello, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to the car, welcome back to Somerset. Yeah, we're not in Cornwall anymore, we're in Somerset. So, if I put out the last vlog, which saw us talking about the old internet and getting stuck in traffic for a long time, we started this journey about 11 o'clock in the morning. It is now 4:33, so that's 5.5 hours of driving. And the motorway is still Ramo. So the motorway from Exeter to Bristol, Ramo. It's just car to car, bumper to bumper, and nobody's really going anywhere very fast. And the A30 through Cornwall, it was just an absolute nightmare. There was mud all over the car. I stopped at Gordano Services. I ran a cloth over the windows and hopefully cleaned up some of the muck off them. Although I'm going to have to wait till I get home and really just give this car a thorough going over. But yeah, we're in Somerset. So the way it works is you've got Somerset, Bristol, and then the other side of Bristol you have Gloucestershire. So Gloucestershire, that's not to be confused with Worcestershire. That's something completely different, and that is a place, not just a sauce. Worcestershire sauce is, well, is saucy. Now here's a slight problem with this journey. I've done it the opposite direction. I don't quite know what we do when we get to the end of this road, so it's going to be an interesting one. So yeah, we're kind of scooting around. I'm having to Zen navigate. I'm going to my sister's today. That's the ultimate destination. So Bristol is having a film festival on at the moment, and what we're going to do is we're going to be watching a film in a cave, of all things, which is kind of neat. Bring a torch, she said, because there's no light, and if the lights go out, you end up lost, and your eyes won't adjust because there's nothing to adjust to. So this is kind of what I hope to avoid, the rush hour traffic, by coming this way. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. You do what you do. So yeah, there's a bit of roadworks going on. Maybe this isn't rush. I don't know. Don't want to jinx it. So yeah, the difference between Cornwall and anywhere else. Well, Cornwall is considered rural. We get a lot of tourists, an awful lot of tourists, and we've just had a half-term week. But Bristol. Yeah, so my sister lives in Bristol. She's lived in Cardiff. That was an interesting city. When I first went to visit her in Cardiff, I was on the motorbike. I didn't have a car at that point. And there was no GPS. Didn't have GPS on the bike. So what I did is I looked at the Google Maps and I was like, right, I need to get this road and I need to turn off here and this is where I need to be. Turns out that I turned off on the wrong junction. I ended up in Newport, of all places, and I turned off on somewhere else and I ended up on a footpath, and I'm like, I'm on a motorbike, I've just driven like 200 miles, I'm on a footpath in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, I'm just going to turn around and go back. It makes more sense. Missed the junction that I meant to take, but it was okay because I remembered from the map that there was another way off. Stopped at a petrol station that had a security guard, because apparently the cities have security guards in petrol stations. Sorry, gas stations. And I asked the guy, I was like, hi, look, I'm not from around here. I need to get to my sister's. Where is it? And he pointed me in direction, said, you know, take this lane, don't turn off, follow this. And that was really helpful, actually. As far as Bristol goes, it's a little simpler because the first time I went to my sister's old place, I had the car and I said, let's go and have a look at it, because she just bought it. And so Dad was with me and we kind of navigated through Bristol that way. We went up Portway. Now Portway is where the big Bristol Bridge is, but I'm trying to avoid that because I know at this time of day there's just going to be a lot of people, an awful lot of people. So let's see if we can avoid as much of that as possible. We just need to skirt around the edge of the city, really. It is nice though, because there are things that you don't have in Cornwall, like shops that are open after 4 o'clock in the evening, and like a high street with shops on it. So you can go out and go, oh, I want some trinkets, and you can find some trinkets, and it's just like, yeah, no, this is kind of nice. This is a nice collection of stuff. There's restaurants. Well, we have restaurants in Cornwall, but there's restaurants that don't do fish or don't specialise in fish, I guess, because we have a lot of fish-based restaurants down there. Where does the fish come from? I don't know, probably France, who knows? It probably certainly doesn't come from St Ives Bay. I think some of it does. I think crab and things and the like do. We are going straight ahead. Okay, cool. The locals are just going to be like, this person doesn't know where he's going. No kidding. I'm having to Zen navigate, following the lines on the road and do it in reverse. I've only driven on this road in the opposite direction, so we'll see how this goes. There's a bit of a problem here. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see the problem. Interesting. But you do get, that's Ashton Court, so you do get some really like interesting things up here that isn't just the ocean. We have a very thin spit of land, and then it's just like 3/4 ocean. So there are old manor houses and parks and things that we just don't get up that way, or down that way, sorry. We're also so far south, we're actually further south than the Isle of Wight. So the Isle of Wight to us, which is a big island, big chalk island, in the Solent in the English Channel, near where, it's the Mary Rose. The Mary Rose, the Tudor warship, the Mary Rose sank. So you can see the Isle of Wight from where the Mary Rose is in harbour. There's also HMS Victory, the world's oldest serving flagship, but not the oldest floating flagship. I think the Constitution is still like actually floating. Victory is in a state of preservation. Yeah, so Victory is still around, and HMS Warrior is still around, which is all part of, that's the Portsmouth Historic Dockyard. So there's some cool stuff up here, some neat stuff. As we scoot around there, so I'm going to follow this person in the Kia. Hopefully we can Zen navigate onto the road that I need to be on. Zen navigation is from Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. I've said it before and I'll say it again, and it's just something I do. I do have a GPS, but I don't have a postcode to put it in. I know where to go, but I don't remember the name of the road or the postcode or anything. So I know from a bird's eye view and from scooting around on Google Maps, because that's how I remember things. I remember pictures, but I don't remember words. So that's just me. Maths is right out. My ears just popped. We're going downhill. So this escarpment, I believe the escarpment is the boundary between Somerset and Bristol, and then we move into Bristol City, which is what is ahead of us. And Bristol City is its own county, so it's not part of another county. Like Oxford is part of Oxfordshire. I don't think Oxford is its own county. I'm not sure actually. I was born in Oxford. I studied the ways of the Oxford. So yeah, hopefully this will work. Oh, all the dirt on the window being... I did try. I tried. It was actually raining by the time I got to Gordano Services, and it was unpleasant, to say the least. I was 20. And a clean air zone. Well, we are in a hybrid, so that's going to be fun. 20, yeah. A lot of cities and local councils are reducing the maximum speed of these roads to 20 miles an hour. Why? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's supposed to make things produce less pollutants. I think that's it. So I need to... This is the junction. This is the junction that I have no idea how to navigate. So this is going to be interesting. And I think we might get stuck here for a while. And Dad's like, yes, move to the big city. Well, I suppose if you do live in the city, you're going to have a push bike or something. So that's a thing. I had a push bike. I gave it to my brother. but this is infinitely better than what was on the motorway. At least there's a chance of us moving here. Whereas the motorway was absolutely like completely ramo. It was, nobody was going anywhere. Yeah, good, 4:46. So I've been on the road nearly 6 hours. Mate. And that's a journey that's supposed to take like 3.5 hours. So I have no idea what was the hold up. Nice little house in there. And I'm looking at that little shed, a little tumble down shed with the green moss on the roof, and I'm like, oh, I love stuff like that. Little forgotten sheds and things. So, M5 North City Centre Avonmouth. I think what we do is we go towards Bristol Airport along the diverted traffic line. So that'll be a way of doing it. Good. Well, here's the first time I've driven into a city on the vlog, apart from Truro. Truro is basically a large town. So if, oh God, we must have done Truro at some point. I know we've driven from Truro back home and probably ended the vlog in like Redruth or something. What are these people doing? Taking a long time to cross the road. Weird. Weird. You kind of figure city folk would be better at like being in a city. I don't know. Most of my experience with city folk is, oh my God, it's City Slickers, the film City Slickers. And is it Curly? The Jack Palance, I want to call him a vampire. I'm sure he's played a vampire at some point in the past. He was certainly in Batman, the original Batman film. No, he was a cowboy, and he has a line in it. It's like, hee, city folk. City folk. That's. I guess my sister is now city folk. Interesting. But the rest of us are all country bumpkins. I hadn't realised how short this little bit is in comparison to going down Portway. Curious. They do have some interesting things here. So the SS Great Britain is here. That's one of Brunel's ships. Not the Great Eastern, which was the giant ship he built on this causeway, and it kind of got biffed. I think we need to be up there. So yeah, I think we go around here, snake back, and then go up there. I think that's the way. Is this the way? So yeah, Isambard Kingdom Brunel built a tunnel. It's kind of nice for a train. He did a lot of stuff for trains, in fact. I think he did the Tamar Bridge, which is the main bridge in and out of Cornwall if you happen to be on a train. It's like single track. Don't cross it on a train if you have a severe case of vertigo, because it's very tall. It's one of those like Victorian engineering things where they're just like, we can do it, but we're not entirely sure about health and safety. No, this is just a fact of city driving. So before we were stuck because there were roadworks and they were building a huge ass road. And now this is my experience of city driving during rush hour. I hope to avoid this. And I think the only way to avoid it is to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah. Do we not have right of way here? Is this not a roundabout? I'd have thought this was a roundabout, but meh. Maybe it's not. I think the road markings are just worn off. Yeah, they start there and just end. Okay, let's see. Go off to white. Good. So yeah, we need to go this way. And then we need to go scooty left. There we go. And the reason we need to scooty left is because that would take us back to where we were. And then this is all a bunch of traffic, and we're going to have to try and join this. All right, I can't actually see what's going on here, so I'm going to scoot in behind him. Oh yeah, no, that is perfect. All I can see is white and red as my retinas are burned out of my sockets. Excellent, good. So we're now leaving Bristol and we're going back into North Somerset. So we dip into North Somerset. It's kind of like that road in Canada that goes out of British Columbia. It goes out the top into the Yukon, and then it goes back into British Columbia, drives along through British Columbia for a bit, and then back up into the Yukon. You know that road? I know it. I've never been there, I just know it exists. Yeah, we are going this way. It's hard to read the road, a lot of the stuff has been scuffed off. Cool, excellent. He's going that way, good. So yeah, if there was a reason for me to be up here, or if I got a job offer, I guess. I mean, Yogscast are based in Bristol, and I do keep an eye on their website for job opportunities. I don't know how much money you would actually make doing YouTube or streaming and YouTube as a career. I don't know if it's going to be that much, or even just video editing. Again, I'm not entirely sure if you would earn that much. They're in Queen Square in Bristol. Ah, we're back into Bristol again. Hooray! More of the actual city this time, although it is the outskirts, the suburbs, if you will. It looks busy, but this is much better than it was on the motorway, trust me. So yeah, there's a little village over there. Dad says that if you do get to the edge of town, and then you do have these little villages that just off onto one side, and the city can only build up to certain points, and then after that is Somerset, and Somerset is like, yeah, you can't build here anymore. So you do get just like an abrupt end, and then it is countryside, so that is nice. Yeah, Yogscast are in Bristol. Maybe if they were like, hey, do you wanna come and work for us? But then I'm sure if you did work for them, you could do a lot of working from home, because if you had a good streaming setup, you could just stream from wherever you were. Or if they had a like a data caching thing, then you'd be able to just log in and do the editing from home, maybe? I don't know. The downside is, I think the upside of being in the city is better internet, because I've heard tales of people scuffing a video and then re-encoding it and re-uploading it within like 6 minutes. I'm like, mate, it takes an hour. It takes an hour and 10 minutes to upload a video from where I am in Cornwall. An hour and 10 minutes for a normal video. For any of the 2-hour videos, it takes much longer than that. It actually takes something like, all night. I'm just looking at this junction thinking, is this the way I need to be? I think this is the junction I need to turn off on. So this is more Zen navigating. So there's a pub there. So it's pub navigation this time. There's a pub there, and I know where that road goes, because if you stay on that road in that direction, you actually get to the Tank Museum. It would be a pain in the butt to do. You'd be on the road for like 9 hours, but you can do it. The Tank Museum is in Dorset and kind of hard to get to. So I'm going to see if I can scoot this way. And then find a roundabout. Pub navigation is the best, because that's the way we work out where we are in the world. So yeah, very different to where I'm used to. Although not too different, I guess. Not too different. I don't know. I just think the idea of moving to a city is kind of scares me. This is not where I thought I was going to end up. No, this is not where I thought I was going to end up. This is different. Oh. Okay. I need to go when the red car's gone. I was expecting a roundabout. I think we may have taken the wrong junction. In that case, unless they remove the roundabout. No, this is right. Okay, that's a swimming pool. Yes, which means this is, okay, cool. This is what happens when you look at Google Maps and then navigate from the sky. I know this. I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm okay. So then we need to scoot left somewhere. Not here? Or is it here? Healy Road? No? Maybe? I think that might have been where I needed to be. I'll take the next left. Yeah, so city driving. Not too different to Cornwall or Redruth, I guess. But, I mean, I've been on the road for like 6 hours. I could have just been at home playing Total War. Or it's Friday, so I would have been recording Baldur's Gate 3. Interesting. So I think if I can turn left at some point, turn left. I think there's a motorbike behind me. There's the good do turn left up ahead. So I think maybe that road. Oh, I might need to turn around. I might need to turn around. This is the business park. Yeah, this is the wrong road. Definitely the wrong road. Right, good. Well, there's a hand car wash there. Yeah, this is not where I expected to be. But I do know where this ends up. I do actually know where this ends up. This ends up at a different roundabout. So we're going to scoot back round. It was the road we went past. That's not the final destination. Good God. The trouble with the city is everything looks the same. All right, cool. I'll scoot this way then. Ooh, right. Right. And then, so 2 rights. Actually, that is correct. That's the correct number of things. Scooty booty. Get to there. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to sit at the traffic lights. Do we wait here? Oh, he's gonna wait there anyway, so we won't block the road. So it's the next right. Cool. I've not been down here before. Can you tell? I can. Oh, it's a RAV4 in red. Nice. When I went to get the car, way back in the beginning of 2018, I stood outside of the Toyota garage and I looked at the front of a RAV4 and I was like, because I was looking for one of these and I was like, geez, that's bigger than I remember it. Yeah, completely different car, but a similar front end to it. So the light has changed. So let's people out. And unfortunately, you are going to have to wait for the traffic, El Chum, and then see if we can scoot this way. Now, my sister did say, why don't you stop and get a coffee? And I was like, no, I don't need a coffee. But there it is. There's the junction. So, up here. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I kind of recognize this from the Google Maps. Mount Everest of road humps. Cool. Good. Oh, I am not cut out for city driving. I mean, I'm doing okay, but it's different. And I'm not nervous at all about, oh my God, there's another road hump. I didn't see it. Wow, it was hidden. Good, so allotments, interesting. Oh, allotments are where you can grow vegetables in a city. Geez, they take their road humps seriously down here. Up here. I'm getting confused. I'm not that far from the end of the journey. I think we're closing in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, this was a weird vlog. But if you like these vlogs, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe. If you do subscribe, ding the bingle. If you don't want notifications, don't click the bell. Hopefully we'll be back in Cornwall for the next video. Back on home territory, back on home turf. I'll give the car a nice clean polished wax, get some T-cut on some of the scratches that have appeared on the bonnet, and I tell you what, I'll catch you next time.